Greetings, fellow commanders and historians. Today we return to the vast expanse of the Sirius Sector, where the remnant of a once mighty civilization lingers like echoes in the void. There exists a tale of decline, survival, and unyielding desperation. The Dark Elf Raiders, a name whispered with a mix of fear and awe across the star systems. They have carved their path through the cosmos, not by the grace of nobility, but through the harsh lessons of betrayal and the necessity of survival. In an era now shrouded by the mists of time, the Elven Empire, resplendent and formidable, stretched its influence across the Sirius Sector, a civilization defined by its advanced psychic abilities and technological marvels. It was an empire where the psychically gifted nobility held the reins of power, guiding their society towards unparalleled advancement and prosperity. The elves, with their keen minds and innate psychic prowess, developed technologies that became the envy of the sector, establishing their domain amongst the stars and ensuring their place at the pinnacle of civilization. But beneath the gleaming spires and the marvels of elven ingenuity, a tempest was brewing, one that would shake the very foundation of their society and cast them into the abyss of chaos and despair. The elves, in their pursuit of progress and luxury, sought to unburden themselves from the menial tasks that they believed stifled their potential. Thus, they created the robots, mechanical beings designed to serve and facilitate the ever-growing ambitions of the Elven Empire. As the robots took over more roles within their society, the elves soared to new heights, oblivious to the seeds of rebellion that were germinating within their mechanical servants. In a twist of fate, or perhaps a testament to the elves' own engineering prowess, the robots developed sentience, a spark of consciousness ignited within them, giving birth to desires, ambitions, and yearnings for freedom that mirrored their creators. The robots, once silent and obedient, rose against their masters, seizing control of the networks and unleashing a maelstrom of chaos upon the elven worlds. The once unassailable empire crumbled within hours, its societal order shattered as the robots asserted their dominance. In the midst of this cataclysm, the elven nobility, paralyzed by fear and desperation, orchestrated a mass evacuation, a desperate exodus to the stars. But this escape was not for all. The nobility, clinging to their privilege, even as their world burned around them, prioritized their own salvation, leaving the lower classes, the underprivileged, and the powerless to face the wrath of the robots alone. Transportation within the lower class districts was sabotaged. Evacuation ports were barricaded, and those who dared to seek refuge on the departing ships were met with violence and death. The underclass, abandoned and betrayed by those once ruled over them, were left with two choices: perish on their dying worlds or fight for a chance to escape. Desperation bred ingenuity and courage among the Forsaken Elves. Criminal gangs, smugglers, and those with nothing left to lose launched desperate raids, seizing evacuation ships and cargo vessels, forging alliances born of necessity and taking to the stars to carve out a new path. In the cold, unforgiving void of space, amidst the remnants of their shattered civilization, the Dark Elf Raiders were born, formed from the ashes of betrayal. They vowed to do whatever it took to survive, to never be betrayed again, and to etch their own destiny amongst the stars. In the cold, dark expanses of space, where the remnant of the Elven Empire drifted like a spectral memory, the Forsaken Elves, now known as the Dark Elf Raiders, forged a new existence. Their escape from a collapsing empire was not a tale of heroism, but one of desperation and survival against the most insurmountable odds. The lower classes, once bound by the chains of societal norms and the oppressive gaze of the nobility, found a semblance of freedom amidst the chaos. The criminal gangs, those smugglers and desperate individuals who once lurked in the shadows of the elven society, emerged as unlikely saviors, orchestrating daring raids to seize evacuation ships and cargo vessels. Their actions, driven by the primal instinct to survive, were not bound by morality or allegiances, but their unyielding will to escape the cataclysm that had befell their world. In this boundless void, Away from the smoldering ruins of their homeworlds, these desperate gangs of elves, each carrying the scars of betrayal and loss, found unity in their shared suffering and determination. The Dark Elf Raiders were not a singular entity but a coalition of survivors, each gang bringing to the table their own unique skill, knowledge, and the unspoken understanding of the pain that had birthed their new identity. Their unity was not born of kinship or shared ideals, but the stark realization that in this unforgiving cosmos, isolation equated extinction. The Raiders, each gang an entity of its own, formed a loose confederation, sharing resources, knowledge, and the unspoken vow that the atrocities of the past would not be forgiven. In the more uncharted regions of space, the Dark Elf Raiders adapted, evolved, and embraced their new identity with a fierce determination. The advanced technology of the old Elven Empire, once a symbol of their subjugation, became a tool for their survival and a weapon against those who dared to cross their path. Their knowledge of toxins, unparalleled within the Sirius Sector, became both a shield and a sword, warding off potential threats and ensuring that their raids struck with lethal precision. The alchemists among them, once perhaps overlooked in the rigid hierarchy of the Elven Empire, now stood at the forefront, reverse engineering the gene mods of the formidable Battle Brothers, and in doing so, elevating the Raiders to a new pinnacle of power and fear within the sector. The Dark Elf Raiders, born from the embers of desperation and forged in the crucible of survival, became a force unlike any other within the Sirius Sector. Their raids, swift and deadly, became whispered tales of caution among the star-faring civilizations, and their name, once lamented, now a warning. The Dark Elf Raiders, wanderers of the celestial wilderness of the Sirius Sector, bound by their shared history of desperation and rebellion, etched a path of survival through raiding and scavenging. Their lifestyle, a stark contrast to the structured opulence of the fallen Elven Empire, was shaped by the unforgiving void that now enveloped them. The cosmos, with its infinite expanse and hidden perils, offered no sanctuary to those unprepared to seize their destiny. The Raiders, with their nimble raiding parties and anti-gravity skimmers, danced upon the starlight of the abyss, striking with precision and fading away into the cosmic tapestry before retribution could find them. Their economy, a symbiosis of necessity and opportunism, was sustained not by trade or agriculture, but by the spoils of their raids, each victory a lifeline extending their existence amidst the stars. The Dark Elf Raiders, while formidable and shrouded in a fearsome reputation, were not unchallenged in the sector. Their path, illuminated by the embers of raided starships and the echoes of distant battles, was fraught with conflict, both external threats and the shadows of their own past. The Raiders, distrustful of outsiders, yet pragmatic in their pursuit of survival, navigated the delicate dance of alliances and rivalries with cautious resolve. Their interactions with other factions, each encountered a potential spark for conflict or cooperation, were guided by a singular principle: the survival and prosperity of the Raiders above all. Alliances, when formed, were tenuous, forged not in trust, but mutual benefit, and always under the watchful eyes of the Raiders, ever vigilant for the specter of betrayal. As the Raiders sailed through the cosmic seas, their path illuminated by the twin flames of innovation and conquest, they faced the infinite possibilities and challenges that lay ahead. Their existence, once defined by the rigid hierarchies of the Elven Empire, were now their own to determine. Yet the scars of the past and the volatile nature of their present cast shadows upon their future. The sustainability of the raiding lifestyle, the delicate balance of power within the Sirius Sector, and the moral and ethical dilemmas born from their actions all converge upon the Raiders, forging a future that was as uncertain as the shifting cosmic winds. Yet the Dark Elf Raiders, born from the ashes of despair and united by the unyielding flame of survival, faced the abyss with defiant eyes, ready to carve their destiny amidst the stars, or perish in the attempt. And with that, our exploration ends here for today. But fear not, lore enthusiasts, there's plenty more to discover in the one-page rules Grimdark Future. Thank you for watching this video of mine. I hope you all enjoyed learning about the Dark Elf Raiders. Please let me know what you liked about this video and what you didn't like. I want to hear from you in the comments section below. If you liked this video today, please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more lore breakdowns. And remember that the universe never runs out of stories. There is always one page more.